Hello Visa for Canada is not only used for your business or for your visits. It also allows you to review, explore immigration opportunities, or any other opportunities that Canada may offer to anyone who is not in Canada and who would like to come to Canada. It also lets you know which Canadian provinces function as countries. To know them, to be able to scrutinize them, consider before making the decision to immigrate and to which province to immigrate permanently. Even if it is not always easy in practice, it is permitted by law to be able to request, with a visitor permit, a work permit in Canada. The law allows this, and this allows you to change the status of a visitor visa to a worker visa. The team we met on Tuesday is the team from this company, Global Conference Alliance. You have the link in the description at the bottom of the video for this business there. When you click on the link takes you to this page. This organization, which is based in Vancouver, Canada, specializes in organizing international conferences in which any national of any country can participate. They organize events not only in Canada, but in the USA and Mexico. You see they have conferences in Canada, the US and Mexico. We see here that we are clearly told that it is based in Vancouver, that it is a company specializing in international conferences, workshops and exhibitions. You click here on Canada for conferences in Canada, on USA for conferences in the USA. Is in many fields, the field of business, the field of economy, digital marketing, human resources, technology, health, social sciences, engineering, environment and other areas. These are the areas, see the conferences. You see that we have several conferences. 1 PA Global Conference from March 15th to 16th, we have several conferences. You come and watch the conferences that suit you. Here are the April conferences. You watch the conferences that suit you. You see there, here are the conferences. You choose the conference that interests you, the trust that interests you according to your area of expertise, or even your area of activity or your area of business. It's better that the conference you booked is in your business area or area of expertise. Yes, you look there, you choose the conference that suits you. We are already at more than 50 conferences. Here are the June conferences. We have a lot of them. You simply watch and choose the conference that interests you. In Canada alone we have almost 100 conferences. Conference on Accounting and Financial Management. You see that if you are in the field of accounting and financial management, you can click there to book. For these conferences, they will send you the invitation letter and the hotel reservation. It depends on the cost. And you can go and ask for your visa. For accounting, 21st World Conference on Accounting and Financial Management. You see, this is its cost. It costs $500. Regular author, it is $600. Listener, it's $500. You see, you can register by clicking here. Registration deadline until June 20, 2024. There are conferences in several areas of expertise or in several business areas. It depends. We saw more than 100 conferences which will take place from February to October. The submission deadline, we have the registration deadline and the conference date. We tell you Global Conference Alliance is delighted to invite you to its prestigious conference on accounting and financial management. This premier event is expertly designed to enrich and empower professionals, academicians and emerging talents in the dynamic field of accounting and finance. Depending on your sector of activity or your business sector, you choose. Why attend the World Accounting Conference? For example, I'm just a regular listener. That's what costs $600. We click there. It brought us back here. Note, if you wish to participate as an author, you must submit your article from the article submission form before finalizing payment and registration. We therefore click here on Objective of the conference. So here on Registration, Themes and Conditions. Please note that all registration fees are non-refundable, non-negotiable and non-transferable. Make your own arrangements for visas if necessary. Accommodation, meals, and transportation during the conference. After completing the registration and verifying your payment received, a regular invitation letter will be sent within 3 days. They send you an invitation letter which you can present to the embassy. However, they do not take care of accommodation. For conferences that cost in the $1,000, they take care of the accommodation. Changes due to spelling or minor errors in the invitation letter cost $50. You will have to write your name and other things. Be aware that if you make a mistake on your name or something else, if you want it changed, you're going to pay $50 more. You have to be sure that the spelling is correct. There are the $1,000 conferences where they not only give you the invitation letter, but they also give you accommodation. We'll book a hotel for you and others, you'll have a look. There are several conferences. You have seen that there are many conferences. You will see, there are several conferences. You look, but above all, the main thing is to be able to go to the embassy and with that, have a visa. And to have a visa, you must above all reserve trust that is compatible with your field of business or your area of expertise. You saw there that for each conference, we explain the advantages of participating. In any case, you will read. When you click there, you will read where there are the advantages, why you should participate. But I know that for your case, the main advantage is being able to facilitate your immigration. For those in this situation, the conference must really be your area of business or expertise. Okay, my friends, so that's it. This is what I was talking to you about last week. We didn't have the information yet. We met the team of this company on Tuesday, before they gave us the information that I am sending to you. Now you have the link in the description on the video. There is another link. The one responsible for organizing the exhibitions. Well, it is rather specified for businesses. You have the 2 links for those who want to attend a conference in Canada, and through this conference obtain a visitor's visa. Do not hesitate. Subscribe, my friends, and don't forget to like the video and above all stay connected because we will always offer you very positive information for you and your family, mainly for your immigration project. We wish you a good evening. Bye.